Hey everyone, welcome back to Be Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a silent struggle pretty much all of us know way too well, the overthinking trap. You know that completely exhausting feeling, right? It's like having 100 browser tabs open in your brain. Music is playing from one of them, and you have literally no idea where it's coming from. Well, instead of just venting about the problem, we're going to unpack the source material to figure out exactly why our brains do this. And more importantly, we'll look at the solution and how we can finally break free from this cycle through deliberate, targeted action. Let's just get right into it. So let me ask you this. Do you ever feel incredibly tired without actually doing anything? It's honestly one of the most frustrating paradoxes out there. Just picture this. Your body is completely still. Maybe you're just sitting on the couch or lying in bed staring up at the ceiling. Physically, you are at absolute zero exertion. But mentally, oh man, you are running a marathon. Your mind just will not stop. You're burning all these emotional and mental calories, just begging yourself, why can't I just relax for a second? It's this deep, profound exhaustion. And it doesn't come from physical labor, it comes from the relentless grinding gears of a mind that is stuck in overdrive. Which brings us to Section 1, the exhaustion of stillness, or what happens when your mind won't stop. We kind of lie to ourselves about what we're actually doing when we overthink. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm just being careful, or I'm being analytical, or I'm actively solving a problem. But the source material makes a really vital distinction here. There is a huge difference between solving problems and just repeating thoughts. Agonizing over every single tiny choice is not problem solving. Running through exactly what you're going to say, what you're going to do, and every single catastrophic, horrible way things might go wrong, that's just putting the exact same thoughts on loop. True problem solving actually moves forward to a conclusion. Overthinking, it's just a mental hamster wheel. You look at the clock, a whole hour has passed, and you're literally no closer to a decision. You're just spinning your wheels in the mud. And this trap actually operates in 3 distinct, almost ironic steps. Step 1, you replay the past. You just sit there, maybe feeling a bit sad or kicking yourself, thinking, I should have done that better, or why did I say that? You're trying to fix something that's already over and done with. Then, step 2, you swing wildly in the exact opposite direction and start imagining fake problems in the future. You're projecting all these worst-case scenarios that don't even exist yet, building a massive wall of anxiety. Which naturally leads us to step 3, you freeze. Caught between a past you absolutely cannot change and a future you've completely terrified yourself with, your present moment is paralyzed. You do absolutely nothing. All right, Section 2, the cost of paralysis. While you think, life moves. And that's a harsh truth from the text, while you think, life keeps moving. This right here is the real-world opportunity cost of being stuck inside your own head. Just imagine standing completely still on a busy sidewalk while everyone else is just walking right past you. That is exactly what overthinking does. You sit in your chair, totally trapped in deliberation, and the world? It just keeps turning. Opportunities fly by. Relationships evolve entirely without your input. Time disappears. And then suddenly, boom. You're hit with this really shocking realization. Wait, I'm falling behind. And it's not because you aren't perfectly capable. It's simply because you stayed seated while the rest of life kept walking. So, what exactly is keeping us glued to that chair? Well, it boils down to one word: fear. Fear is the ultimate byproduct of overthinking, and it's the thing that stops you from taking action. The explainer makes a super clear connection here. Overthinking creates fear, and fear stops forward momentum, period. When you're just standing there, frozen in place, you are basically giving fear the silence and time it needs to take root in your mind. The longer you overthink, the louder that awful question becomes. But what if I fail? And pretty soon, that fear is an invisible wall preventing you from taking even one single step. Moving on to Section 3, your brain's hidden motive, the desire for safety. Okay, get ready, because here is the massive aha moment from the source material. The truth is, your brain is actually trying to protect you. I know, right? It is so easy to get mad at yourself for overthinking. You start thinking your brain is broken or that you're just inherently flawed or overly anxious. But actually, scratch that. It's not true at all. Your brain's super frustrating behavior here is born out of a very primitive, overprotective desire to keep you safe. Your mind looks at the unknown and says, nope, that's dangerous. So by keeping you frozen in that chair, endlessly analyzing every detail, your brain truly believes it's shielding you from failure or embarrassment or pain. It's not a glitch or a flaw, it's just a heavily misguided defense mechanism. Which leads us to our final phase, Section 4. The power of small steps, moving forward. So how do we fix it?
Breaking the cycle really starts with recognizing a pretty fundamental trade-off: staying comfortable versus achieving growth. Your brain really, really wants the safety of the chair. The chair is known, the chair is super comfortable. But as the source material rightly points out, growth, it never comes from comfort. To actually grow, you have to look at the door of opportunity, and you have to willingly open it, even if your hands are shaking and you're nervous. You literally have to trade the comfy illusion of total safety for the reality of messy progress. You have to ask yourself, should I try? And force the answer to be yes.
Okay, so how do we physically do that? Well, first off, success needs action, not perfection. You absolutely do not need to have a flawless master plan mapped out from A to Z. You just need to start. Seriously. Second, make small decisions. Don't try to solve your entire life's purpose today. Just look at the table and pick one option. Funnel all your energy into making a tiny, slightly confident choice. And third, act to shrink your fear. This right here is the secret sauce. When you finally take a step, even a ridiculously small one, you'll realize something profound. You look around and go, oh, okay, that actually wasn't that hard. The physical act of moving forward literally shrinks the fear in your mind. Action is the ultimate antidote to anxiety.
Which brings us to the absolute core directive here. Stop overthinking and start doing. I know, it sounds almost annoyingly simple, but it is a radical shift in how you operate day to day. You have to consciously choose to put down that heavy mental backpack you've been lugging around. Stop demanding absolute certainty from the universe before you make a move. Replace those agonizing, repetitive mental loops with actual, tangible, physical momentum. You just have to stand up, look straight ahead, and say, all right, let's go.
And I want to leave you with this final, really powerful thought from our explainer today. Your life changes when your actions begin. All the deep thinking in the world is not going to write the book, it's not going to build the business, and it certainly won't mend the relationship. The stillness, it only drains you. The movement is what actually builds you. So the very next time you find yourself stuck, frozen, replaying the past, or totally terrified of some fake future, just remember, you hold the key to breaking the cycle. What is one tiny, small step you can take right this second to turn your thoughts into reality? Think about it, but not for too long. Then go make it happen.